Hey everybody, Brother John here. Welcome to ModernDeism. Hope my title kind of grabbed your attention. You need those catchy titles, to get people to watch and stuff like that. And I'm hoping at least I'll get some Christians to watch, and maybe they'll have an open mind to what I'm trying to say. Though I doubt it, but who knows? Maybe I'm just a stepping stone for your path to life. I don't know. Some of you out there were my path, stepping stone. So anyway, why do Christians don't have faith in Jesus? Well, it's quite simple. But this started out with a number of months ago. I was talking to a good friend of mine who used to be my pastor in Brooklyn, and apparently he came to the conclusion that he didn't need his Bible. He has his personal relationship with Jesus. He met Jesus personally. This is what he tells me, had this experience, and I understand what he's trying to say. But I had to question him. I'm like, what do you mean you don't need this Bible? And he's like, it's the Spirit. Okay, battery died. Have to take you inside and plug in the camera. Anyway, so I understand what he was trying to say. But I don't think he really thought about what he said. And that's it. I asked him. I said, well, then how do you have any idea what Jesus was like? Your whole idea or concept and of the actions and the things that Jesus said come from the Bible. And for a lot of other Christians a lot of them never read the whole Bible, it's things they rely on what their church says, or what other people said, or how they grew up, There's a thing called memes. I don't know if you ever heard of memes. M-E-M-E. And memes are things that we have these preconceived thoughts about. We have these ideas about different things in life and stuff like that come from different forms of indoctrination, whether it be religion, politics, anything. You're growing up in your family, these thoughts are put in your head, and they stay there, they stick in your subconscious. They're called memes. They're false, a lot of times, just false ideas. It's like a virus in a computer, It's placed there, and then, this thing wants to spread, and that's what happens, and mostly, we see this happening in politics and religion. So, these ideas that most Christians, actually all Christians, have about Jesus come from the Bible or other people. So this is why I say that Christians don't have faith in Jesus. They have faith in a book. They have faith in the Bible. And I've tried to tell Christians this, a couple Christians, and they really don't want to hear it. They're like, no, I'm having faith in Jesus. Jesus really existed. Well, how do you know that? Well, from the Bible, and the circular reasoning starts. So, because we have no extra biblical contemporary proof that Jesus existed in this supposed time frame of anywhere from 6 BC to 33, 36 AD, It's unclear. The earliest, from my memory, is the earliest contemporary evidence of any mention of Jesus, or even Christians, really, was Josephus. And Josephus, his writings were like 100 AD. He was born, I believe it was 65 AD. He was born 30 years after Christ, and then it was another 30, 40 years before he wrote about what was going on. So, that's a long time. And beliefs, systems of beliefs, doesn't take that long to start getting some momentum. And by the time Josephus started writing, it's been 100 years already. Well, no, I take that back. Okay, it was more like 60, something like that. So, and going back to the Bible, Mark, our earliest gospel, was written about 65 AD. That's 30 some odd years after Christ. Most scholars would agree that it wasn't Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the apostles of Jesus, that actually wrote the Gospels. These are just people who took on those names. I mean, think about it. I mean, if they were the apostles and they were around the same age of Jesus, how could they write about things about Jesus' birth that happened 30 years prior? I mean, they'd be a kid. They'd be an infant. They might have not even been born. So, you're relying on that information. You're having faith in a book. Christians, you're having a faith in a book, not Jesus, because we have no proof of Jesus even existed, and we go by the words of those who might not even existed when the supposed Jesus existed. And I understand about having, the mind and how we can really convince ourselves of things and convince that an experience we're having is one of a spiritual one or supernatural. And I always say experiences are subjective. Even my own experiences, which I could share what I would call spiritual experiences, but they're my experiences. But they're not proof for what I believe. So, yeah. That's all I have to say, I guess. Think about it. Please, Christians, think about it. Your faith is not in Jesus, a person whom you've never met, but only conjured up in your mind of ideas and memes brought to you by the Bible and your church and other people in your family. Okay? This is just a whole conglomeration of these things in our head, and ideas and concepts. But we have no proof, solid proof, that Jesus even existed. So you're going by the words of the Bible. You really have a faith in a book or a collection of books. And your religion is not more valid than any other religion that has other collections of books. Apparently, in a lot of cases, especially in Hinduism, texts that are older. So, why aren't they validated when they claim certain people and creatures and stuff like that existed? It would go the same for them.